Hi, I'm Jake Maurer, agronomist for RDO Equipment Company. I cover the Midwest Ag region of North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. The different things that I cover here within my region are mostly focusing on tying the agronomic aspects of our machines to the equipment in which we sell. I do so in a variety of different ways, whether they be on-farm research, field trials, agronomic demonstrations. Those demonstrations typically are just showing one feature or one part of the machine that maybe a customer questions or a salesman questions, and allows them to become more comfortable and more confident in the machines in which they're selling. Every single thing that I do at RDO Equipment Company is practical in nature, meaning that you can do it with machines that are already available on the lot, already available on the farm. And they focus on primarily just allowing the customer to become more in tune with what they're doing, what's taking place out in the field. They're spending a lot of time in the cab, and as an equipment dealer, we spend a lot of time focusing on the hard iron aspects of the machines in which we sell, which rightfully so. But by having a person like me on staff, or by being that person on staff who focuses on what's taking place outside of the cab, it kind of gives us a nice 1-2 punch where you can get out of the cab. Hey, these are the different things that we're seeing going on in the field. We can make these changes that will change the performance of the machine agronomically. Where it may impact yield, it may impact things like a performance of the machine, it may increase or decrease wear parts. All the different functions that we see as an equipment dealer, we'll see out in the field. And so whether it be making decisions about the nozzles that you would pair with a sprayer, or it would be how high you would want your booms, or maybe it has to deal with what kind of row cleaners you want to put on the front of your planting your row unit. All those different aspects have an agronomic, a mechanical, and an economic impact. And so my job is to measure those and to help the customer fully optimize the performance of the machine. In a lot of cases, when a person thinks of an agronomist, they're probably thinking of someone who's going to sell them seed, or they're going to sell them fertilizer. They're going to make an agronomic recommendation, something that's going to be a true, go out and spray X on this field because of Y. When you really look at the agronomic picture and the full picture, it kind of goes back to even thinking about precision ag as a whole. Most people, unless you're a part of the business, most people think of precision ag as just being the sensors and just being, these small parts of the overall program. When we tie agronomics to our equipment, many of the machines, actually every single machine that we have, is collecting an agronomic data layer, or we're doing some kind of agronomic function, whether we're planting a seed, or we're placing that seed, or we are sizing crop residue, or we could be out making an application. All of those have agronomic parts or agronomic aspects that typically aren't thought about. Usually we're out there and we want to show you how straight we can plant, or we want to show you how quickly we can apply your crops, or how much our tank capacity is, or trying to focus on the efficiencies. Where in reality, as we move forward, we're going to see a greater impact on stewardship, or we're going to see a lot more of an impact on the farm when it comes to the environmental aspects of, how is your footprint? How small of a rate can I run to still have a positive agronomic impact on this wheat? And so in a lot of cases, it's not always we're going to use the agronomy to help position this product or help sell this product. It's going to actually help us to become a better part of the farming operation and have a greater impact on the overall operation, because they're being measured by the government, or they're being measured by their customers, they're being measured by their neighbors on how well they can execute these different things as they are. So the role of the agronomist within the equipment business is honestly no different. We're not selling a widget, we're not selling a seed, we're not selling a herbicide, but we're helping them to better understand the overall package and the impact that they're having. The big thing with RDO's agronomists, there's two of them on staff, myself and Aaron Hightower, who is out in the Northwest. Our role is not like a traditional agronomist, where we don't actually compete. We don't sell recommendations. We don't do traditional crop scouting. So because of the way that RDO Equipment Company has set up the position, the way that they leverage it, we aren't necessarily seen as a competitor to a traditional agronomist. We're seen truly as a cooperator or a collaborator. And in many of my projects, I seek out the agronomists, the CCAs that are on staff with the local ag retailer to make sure that the recommendations are fit for the operation. They're always going to know more about the farm than I am, because I'm seeing just basically the iron aspects, or I'm a part of that part of the sale. But by me understanding the agronomic implications that my machines have on a given field, and him or her understanding the agronomic implications that the placement of those products have on the field, us coming together as a team, we can provide a full solution to the customer. And like I said, it sometimes can have an economic impact, but it'll always have an agronomic impact. And I don't necessarily think of it as us having a seat at the table so much as us being able to help the customer hone in on exactly what best fits their operation, so they can maximize their efficiencies, and so they can have the best agronomic and economic experience possible.